All right, so we have a number of updates today, one of them including Adler. We've got Greg's puppy updates in, and so they'll get their shots after this week, and then they'll be ready for adoption. And Adler has been telling us, as his family is ever growing, that he was going to get a show enough good van. And I didn't know that it was happening this weekend since we had a 4-day weekend. That he made the journey and the van is in the parking lot. So Adler, what exactly has taken place? what type of van?
You're not a creeper now, are you?
What's happening?
So I had a big weekend, guys.
Yeah, you did.
Man, I had a big weekend.
Yes, you did.
Hells just looked through the curtain outside.
Yeah.
So I just a little bit of backstory. During the commercial breaks on YouTube, on our YouTube Live, when the guys go to a commercial break on the radio show, I need some content to fill the commercial breaks on YouTube. So I'm playing replays, and that's been flashing back 2017. Now we're working our way through 2018. And if you've been watching or listening to the show for the last decade, you know that I've talked a lot about vans.
A lot of van talk.
Camper vans,
Yep.
conversion vans,
Right.
RVs, that whole world, going to national parks and going for a hike, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been researching this. I've been looking at this stuff for a long time, and it was getting to a point, honestly, guys, where if it was a segment where van talk came up on the replay, I'm like, this is getting depressing. I've been talking about this for so long, and I don't even have a van. Why do I even care about this anymore?
Right.
Let the dream die, Chris.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Either do something or drop it.
You're
man.
never, just drop it. Stop
man.
talking to people.
Sure.
Nobody wants to hear about it.
No.
You don't even have it. Why are you even talking about it?
Right.
So, I forget, maybe 10 days ago, I see a listing for a van pop up. And I know that, people are like, oh, you should have gotten one already all built out and everything. I decided a long, long time ago that I can't afford to do that. I'm going to buy just a regular van, and then over time, as my needs see fit, I'll build it out. It's a fun hobby.
Build it out.
I've been actually researching this so much that I've learned about electrical, DC wiring, plumbing, cabinetry, woodwork, interior, build outs.
Wow.
It's like all the hobbies are in one.
Wow.
Camping,
Wow.
camping, like outdoorsy stuff,
Wow.
off-road stuff.
Wow.
And so it's like all hobbies wrapped into one. It is my hobby. It is what I do in my free time, straight up.
You're very interested in it. Because didn't you try to buy one that was fully ready to go and Dave Ramsey open hand slapped you?
Yes. I went on some test drives. I've done a couple rentals to make sure I actually do like this, and just it's the greatest ever. And so I did a test drive at a dealership one time, my wife and I, and we were looking at each other. We're looking at each other, like, are we going to do this? And luckily we didn't do that. It would have been a terrible financial decision. But,
Right.
And you rented the one you went to Yellowstone.
Yes, at Yellowstone, and
Yellowstone.
that was it was crazy, awesome. And so, like 10 days ago, I see this listing for this van pop up, and I say to Aaron, I go, okay, this is a scam. Like, the price was so good, I said, scam.
Well, you could hear every
scream scam?
you could hear every older man who's ever been in your life going, if it sounds too good to be true,
Yes,
son.
yes.
Likely is.
So I'm like, that's a scam. A couple days go by, and the price goes down.
Oh. Bigger scam.
I'm like, oh, that's either a scam or that's gonna go. I said that to. Oh, that'll go. I said that to.
Go
Aaron.
quick.
Yeah, that's gonna go quick.
Get it.
And there's that weird side of you that hopes somebody will buy it so you can quit worrying about it.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Get it off the radar.
keep looking.
Yep.
2 days later, the price goes down again.
Not
I'm like,
true.
I gotta find out if this is even real. This is a scammy scam. And
Which is the highest level of scam.
Yes.
It is. Scamming makes
mixed
scam.
So
Yeah.
I email the listing, and this is a private seller. That's where I'm like, all right, this isn't a dealership. This is a private seller.
A seller for money. But go ahead.
I'm your bride.
And so I emailed the person. I'm like, can I get some more pictures? Like, show me, if you don't mind, like the engine compartment. I'd like to see what the engine
dipped
looks
your
like.
toe in the water.
Oh, I'm in now.
Hello,
You
And
might
I'm
as well
like,
be standing at
this-
Greg's puppy farm.
This
Yeah.
is not going to be legit.
Let
They're
me
gonna
hold
be like-
one.
They're going to be like, first, can we get your bank routing number? I'll send the pictures right to your bank. You know, that's
Probably
what I'm
one of those, yeah.
expecting.
Yeah.
And the pictures come back. They're like, here you go. Let me know what you think. And I look at the metadata on the pictures.
Not the metadata.
And they were,
What does
and the
that mean?
pictures were taken that day.
See with the date.
And they were taken that day. I'm like, okay. And the pictures aren't that good. No offense to they're they're a
What
little
if
bit
you're
out
trying
of
to hide
focus.
something, you do that.
Right.
You don't want clear pictures.
Yeah,
Clearly,
yes.
Papa took his
And-
flip phone out,
You're
took
right.
some pictures.
And so
You're right, by the way.
I'm
Yeah.
either dealing with a person that is trying to hide something, or they're just a nicer, maybe an older person that's not as into
Sure.
technology and things like that.
You bought a van from Mac.
Yeah, there you go.
So
That's
guys,
funny.
it's looking legit. I send the pictures to my mechanic buddies, and they're like, I don't see any fluid, I don't see any rust. I'm like, I don't see any fluid or rust either, guys.
Looking for a confirmation.
We want to make sure y'all seeing what I see.
Help me.
I'm about to pull the trigger.
And
I've
so
been
I
studying
called the
these
guy.
things for 10 years.
Long time. And so I call the guy, and now I'm talking to him. I'm
So,
like,
hey,
Do you
pal,
have excited voice on? You didn't have excited
I
voice,
was like,
did you?
I'm calling about the van, please.
Yeah.
Was
And-
he,
oh,
how'd he sound when he said hello?
You see that mountain over there?
There.
When you can really tell when you get a good feeling from a person, like that.
Yeah.
If it came like that,
In a
like
snap.
in a set, I was like,
Did
all
he
right,
did he
this
say I
person-
got somebody else on the other line wanting to buy?
Yeah, he's
Like it's at?
Yes, it was like an auction going.
Tell you
on
one
in the
thing, give me a
background.
checking account routing number. We'll be ready to go.
Yes,
Or my favorite one. That price is only good today.
Right.
Well, if it's good today, it should be good tomorrow.
Greg, you're having a fake conversation with somebody, but I'm loving it.
I hate
Oh,
that.
by the way, at the dealership that I was at, flashing back to that dealership, the guy wrote this crazy huge price on it, and he goes, "I'm not even going to insult you by showing you that price." And I'm like, "Sir, that's what you just did. That's what you're doing.
That's
What do you
hilarious.
mean?
insulted.
I saw it.
What do you mean? We can all see it." Oh, and did I mention that this van is in Texas?
Oh, no, you
there's
did
a
not.
lot.
Don't
Yeah.
mess
Keeping
with
the
Texas.
whole
Part. Texas is a big place.
Dallas.
Oh, goodness.
Fort
Ah,
Worth.
Fort Worth,
I
man.
thought
So-
Tennessee, Georgia, maybe.
I call the guy and I get some info, and I have all my
Texas.
questions. I have all my questions.
I'm so excited.
Because I've I said, like, clean title, anything wrong, any lien, there's no liens on the vehicle, what's going on with it?
professional.
Why are you selling it?
Yeah, what's
That's a
up?
good one.
That's a good one.
And here's the thing: he's an adoptive family. He's had over 8 kids go through his house. He's adopted 4 and had 2 foster kids, and then 2 of his own, and they're all growing up.
So you don't need it.
So they don't need this van anymore.
Or he made that up to make you
But
drop
why,
your guard.
why is
in the
other people
divorce,
not
and that
trying to
sounded
buy
better.
it?
Yeah, exactly.
And so
Actually, we had someone pass away in it.
The kids have ratted it out, so I want to get rid of it.
Or he kidnapped kids.
y'all,
See,
and
I mean,
it's
you just never know.
it's the perfect van.
Right.
I'm like, oh my goodness, it's the perfect van. This is the.
We got to go
I-
see it in the break.
I am the.
Does it feel too good to be true?
It's in the parking lot.
I know.
Does it have a funny smell?
It was
So
such
many
a
questions.
good deal. Were there other people trying to buy it, or why were you the only one 4 states away
Because
interested?
everybody thought it was a scam.
I think everybody thought it was a scam.
All right,
Right.
so
Did you find a note?
All right,
Thanks for the use of the
I gotta
van.
know how
Signed
they
Dirty
got
Mike and
back
Boy.
in the
All right, we come back. That's so good. That's so good.
They sold some houses.
Who's Dirty Mike in the Guys, so
No, we're gonna come back. We got to know how you got it back.
so I made the mistake. Okay, so now I need babysitters,
all right, stop.
and I made the mistake of telling my parents what I was up
Oh
to.
no!
Stop
I made
right
the
there.
mistake. Now
let's go
Michael
see it.
Adler knows what I'm up to.
Oh no!
Oh, goodness.
Let's go see it in the break.
I'm
Get
going
the
to
keys
smell
out.
it.
Greg, don't smell it.
Now
We're
your
gonna
dad
go look
knows.
for blood.
And right now we are chatting with Adler while we were away for the 4-day weekend. Apparently, Adler went to Texas and bought a van and has driven it back from Texas. We just went out and took a look at it in the break. So do we have that right, Adler, that you drove it back from Texas? So once your dad, who, by the way, checks, he crosses every T and dots every I, the minute your dad found out what you were doing, when you sent the alarm and said, now Michael Adler knows what I'm doing, how many questions did you have to answer for him?
Oh, my goodness, so many. And now he wants to go.
Oh, so he's on the trip now.
And so now
he wants to go look it over.
Companion.
He wants to
you
go.
You need somebody to go with you on a trip like that.
Greg, I don't need anybody in my life at all.
Sole survivor.
Yeah,
I'm a
an
lone
island.
wolf.
I got a van and I got long hair. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
By the way, Bubba, your line out there was very, very good. When we went to look at it,
I don't know what I said.
you go, well, somebody with a blacked out van and hair like you, it's not a good combination. And I agree.
Don't you
Get
know
ready
what-
to be
If
profiled.
you didn't know Adler and know what a good guy he is, and you see that guy with that hair in a blacked out van, you think, well, something shady.
Traveling meth lab.
Whatever.
Well, if I saw him before the van, I probably would say, here's $2, man.
There you go, buddy.
There you go, man. Get something to eat.
So now I need a babysitter. It was supposed to be like I was actually supposed to watch.
So is
watch
Dad
kids all
in?
day.
Is Adler going? Is he going?
And I let him sit for a full day. I'm like, I was gonna have so much solitude time on the road. It was
Right.
gonna
A
be,
lot of deep thoughts.
Oh,
Frankly,
did
it
you
was gonna be kinda
tell him
good.
you wanted to hold it? You're coming to get it, or how did this move forward?
and so I had to convince some people. I had to convince my wife she was nervous, and I lost sleep over this for sure.
Really?
I really did. I'm
That's
like,
hilarious.
Am I gonna do this? Am I
Yeah.
crazy?
Have I lost my mind?
How did you
Yes.
get the? Did you have to put something down? How did you get him to hold the van for
you
you?
to come get it. That's
He was a great
good
guy.
man.
He's a good man.
So when you got on the plane to fly out, had you purchased it already, or
No. I was prepared to fly there.
Are you
See
toting
if-
straight cash?
Well,
no checks home.
I did a cashier's check,
Okay.
and I actually didn't travel with that cashier's check. I went to the bank after the test drive. But y'all are getting ahead of the story.
Oh, okay,
sorry.
okay,
I'm
I'm sorry.
sorry.
All right,
go ahead.
All right,
Go ahead.
Yeah.
We're
So-
excited
Our bad.
for you, man.
Yeah.
All right, so 10 years ago, I'm just kidding. All right, sorry, I won't do that to y'all again. I'm so sorry.
Many moons ago.
And so my dad's trying to weasel his way into the trip, and I'm like, you know what? I let him sit for a day. I'm like, let's do it.
Look, he's retired now. He'll go anywhere.
But we need to get our plane tickets now. Then, if that's going to happen.
Yep.
And he was so excited.
This is kind of a busy weekend to fly. I don't know if you knew that
yes,
or
it's
not.
Memorial Weekend,
A little traveling going on.
and so he was so excited that I was like, all right, let's do this. Let's go. He was like, well, we need to get our tickets. I'm like, well, we need to buy them together. And he like panicked and pulled out his Southwest app. And so he bought the plane tickets.
Oh,
my
So
God.
brilliant! That was a bonus.
Well, thank you, Daddy.
Yeah, it was
You just-
brilliant on my part.
Taking care of son.
Yes, and
no
so,
longer a bip. Suddenly it's a good idea.
so, hey, come on.
Father-son time.
Yes, and so
So proud of you.
we booked a 5 a.m. flight
Hello.
Friday morning. My dad picked me up. We're so tired.
He's jacked, though.
I
He's
had
so
to-
happy.
You're used to getting up that time. though.
Well, when there's a 3 on your alarm, it's like I was all swimmy headed. I was moving all slow. I'm like, it's 3:04. My dad's coming soon.
And you
How
also-
do I brush my teeth?
And you also don't sleep well because you think you're going to oversleep, so you
Yes.
can't sleep deep.
Oh my goodness, no! I totally didn't sleep at all in the couple nights before that as well because I was nervous about the whole thing.
Because I'm getting a van.
And so the plan is the guy's
Man,
gonna
man.
pick me up from the airport in the van, and
a
he
nice
offered.
dude.
He offered, yes. And so, because I was planning on having to Uber or something
Yeah.
to him when I was going. So, anyways, so my dad picks me up. We get there. By the way, and the airlines are packed out.
Yeah, Memorial Day weekend.
And I got pulled over to the side in the security at TSA.
no.
Yeah.
Why? What gives y'all the
Profiling.
idea?
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
Sir, you've been randomly selected. Yeah, okay, pal. I know how it works.
You know what they thought, Rick? They said, this guy's probably got a blacked out van somewhere.
You know what somebody said? That guy said the van's been stolen. It may be this guy.
Yeah, right.
What I
Did the
think
guy know your dad was with you?
what I think got me, he was ahead of me and he's all clean cut with
No,
his
I'm talking about the van
briefcase.
owner. Did he know that your dad?
I did.
Oh, I was about to say, he probably thought, I'll pick you up.
Yeah. So he did know.
Okay.
And I was like, just, for the drive back is what I said. Not for like mugging, stopping.
Right. It's good to have a wingman on a trip.
And so we go there, we fly, we land at 7:30. The guy picks us up at 8 right on the curb, and it pulls up, and my dad laughs. My dad literally laughs when it pulls up, like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about too.
Big celebration.
And so we like accidentally high-fived in front of the guy. I think that was not that good.
Hey, did the guy look like you thought he would from talking to him?
He looks a lot different, actually.
It's always that way.
I bet you did too.
Rick, that may be the best point that's been made the whole story. Did he have a look on his face like,
oh,
he thought, check's no good. Dang it.
Yeah,
pulled out
I'm gonna have to repossess it.
he'll have his van smelling like pot before he gets home.
hey, look, man, don't paint it like the Mystery Machine. Scooby-Doo. So we jump in, and we're riding around. And it's smooth, boys. Right. It is as smooth as glass.
He's afraid you and your dad are going to roll him.
Right.
And the finish, he's checking us out, too.
How's small talk going? Because I'm uncomfortable with that.
Oh, yeah.
Who starts it? You or your dad? I bet your dad.
Clearly, Michael Adler starts the conversation.
We're all chatting it up. I mean, it's a round robin of everybody's talking
excited.
About life. We're talking about vans.
Did y'all
we're talking
sing
about
for him?
life again.
Are you sweating?
Life, vans, and life.
And so
who rode shotgun?
I did.
Okay.
And then my dad's in the back.
Put your dad in the back.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's my deal. He's just tagging along.
Right.
Frankly, he has nothing to do with it.
I'm grown now.
Yes.
Of course, he paid for the tickets in the plane.
That helped.
It gives him a little clout.
It really does.
It does. It helped.
If only he'd help with the van.
Yes. So,
I think the tickets I could handle.
we're driving around, and the guy, we start talking about just even life and family and vans, and then church. Start talking about that. The guy mentions in the car, he's like, yeah, and he mentions a CD from a guy named Dennis Jernigan.
And here we go.
Do you remember the artist Dennis Jernigan?
No.
He sang the song "All in All," which was very popular in the 90s, kind of that maybe 80s, something like that.
Yeah, I was lost then. I didn't listen to that music.
Was Rat didn't do it?
The guy mentions it, and my dad goes, my wife and I are singing background vocals on that CD.
I knew that was coming.
Unreal.
You can't go anywhere. You can't get outside his reach.
My dad was like fundamental in that guy's spiritual awakening.
Of course
30
he was.
years ago.
Of course he was.
30 years ago.
You
That
can't
helps.
get his coverage is so vast. Everywhere you go, there's Michael Adler connection.
I'm like, my dad's like, you can hear our voices on that.
He's the
album.
Kevin Bacon of Christian music.
6
degrees.
of Michael Adler.
We'll come back. More Rick and Bubba next.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
You're listening to The Rick and Bubba Show.
We're now talking to Adler about his journey to Texas to finally get that van he's talked about for a decade, and only to discover the guy who he's buying the van from. This song and this artist played a big role in the man's spiritual life, and
He had quite a journey.
He did.
Jimmy Jernigan?
And Adler's mom and dad are singing back up on the album. I hear Michael Adler. I do too. So now you are in the van with the owner. Your dad has made the road trip with you. You're test driving the van, and then tell us the end of the story. Then you can show them the footage of us checking it out in the parking lot. So what happened next?
Yeah, so it was just nuts, guys. My the guy was telling us how he basically got into the whole adoptive family thing, and how God turned his life around 30 years ago, and he was like, and he mentioned a specific CD recording that meant like the most to him. And my dad is like, I'm on that CD. And
of course he is.
Small world.
The Kevin Bacon of Christian music.
You think that guy bought it though?
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, I'm not saying he's not, but what if he made that up?
Greg, why do you have to?
Greg, not everybody's
This was
like
precious.
that.
Greg.
No, he
It's a
believes-
precious
Do you wish
story.
you would have talked more about the van?
Well, no.
Be honest.
No, it was good. It was good. It was good.
Okay.
That's a good question. It's a hard question. But it's a good
is.
One thing I almost
Ask
didn't.
a few things about the van.
I almost
Good, nice
didn't
small
buy-
talk. What about the van?
Yeah, how about the mileage on this?
One
All
small
right, Dennis
thing.
Jurgen is not going to drive it. I am. So
He's not buying it.
You're right. Flew from Birmingham. Let's get back to the van. Right, so,
Yeah, I got a long drive.
Cool story. What about the van?
3:04 this morning, I was still at home.
I got to hit the road. It's a 12-hour ride.
Right.
Yes.
glad you came, Dad. But let's go back to the van. Okay.
But one thing, I almost didn't even pursue this when I initially reached out to the guy because the guy's name is Greg.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, he's probably a jerk. Probably doesn't care about anybody.
Right.
Probably not very pleasant to be around because his name's Greg.
Right. And he kept talking about how much room there was in the van for puppies.
Yes.
But anyway,
Yes.
Boy, you can put them all in that one.
So we pull over and I jump in the driver's seat and it feels great. It feels the build quality feels good. The
Could you
drive
touch
Too
the
much vehicle?
Could you touch the pedals?
I could reach the pedals very easily
Good.
with a phone book. Well, luckily, they have those in Texas.
right.
So
How was the Dallas traffic?
we drive around. I wanted to go through all the gears. I'm like, let's get up on the interstate, buddy. Let's do this thing. Let's test this 3.5
Gouge it.
liter twin turbo out. Let's test this thing out.
Greg.
And and y'all, it's zippy. It is zippy. It's got the get up and go because it's a passenger van. It's
I'm
supposed
afraid
to
it's
hold
got too
like,
much
Yes.
vehicle.
it's supposed to hold a ton of people in it, and so it's awesome. It drives like a big SUV, which is good because I'm going to be driving it every day because it's my new car.
So this is your new
Time
car.
out, time out.
I love this.
So you don't-
I love it.
Wait a minute. This is your
Wait a
daily
minute, you're gonna go
ride?
up down 280 in that.
What's wrong with that,
Oh,
Greg?
hey, that's where it's at home, buddy. On 280, it's like
Good night.
It's where it's home.
you can hear the twin
You
turbos
right.
whirring. It's amazing.
I mean, you could take the youth group to Six Flags in that. I know. This is your everyday car.
I mean, it'll ride 8 adults right now, right?
Yes,
I mean,
it'll
What
carry.
about when you start working
8
on it and
adults
there's
right
stuff
now.
like tore up in it? You still going to drive it?
No, I'm not going to tear up anything.
if we
It's
have an
gonna be
event to
all
go
bolt
to,
in.
we're riding in it.
when you start by what? Taking the seats out?
It's going to be all bolt in, and I'm actually going to leave it and go slow.
This is not
and
your
and
car.
and if I do decide to build something in it, it will be. I'm going to do like a mock-up with cardboard first to make sure even the dimensions are good. So I'm not even going to buy
the cardboard
anything.
mock-up.
I'm doing cardboard mock-ups for probably 2 to 3 years of cardboard mock-ups. This is never ending. It's
never-
never going to end.
How many miles are on it?
Let's not talk about that.
That's where it gets you.
Never mind.
And here we
That's
go.
where the price was at.
Big number.
It is. It's more than I want.
How old's the engine?
It's more than I want.
Yeah, what year model
This
is
is a 2016.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is 12 years newer than my old car.
Okay. There you go.
So it's got 110.
Well, that's
on it?
not a good
Around
comparison.
that, yeah.
That's really not a good
130.
That's exactly what it is. It's exactly.
Oh,
What it
ain't
is.
bad.
It's not terrible. And these V6 twin turbos.
Fords, they run forever.
Ford,
Yeah, they do.
This is actually it's on the F-150 chassis. So
Okay.
it's only as big as an F-150.
But it looks because it's so tall.
tall.
It is 100 inches tall.
Hey, watch out for high winds.
You gotta. It's actually I got the medium roof because I'm a short person. I can stand up in the medium
We
roof.
show
you
that
guys.
in the video.
Yes, here's you guys checking it out.
Okay.
And y'all are on tape saying that this is nicer than you thought it was going to be.
it was.
Y'all
It
are on
It's got
tape
its own tape.
saying nice things about it. So
Yeah,
everybody
Look at it.
I mean, I didn't know it was your everyday vehicle.
Stand
but
up,
it's
Bubba.
nice.
It's got audio.
Somebody get the black light out. It smells like old people. All right, Greg. Who said somebody's been smoking?
Greg.
Okay, this is nicer. This is nicer than I thought.
Oh yeah, put that in print.
That's right.
And I'm jazzed.
Anybody smell anything weird?
Greg, what is it about you and the smell?
That's always a telltale.
And then I get in the back because I'm such a goober. I'm so excited about it.
Got a lot of room back there.
What'd you just say?
I'm a goofy person. That's
Only
what that-
I can stand up in this thing.
Yeah. Check it out. I can stand up, boys.
All right. You and the
I'm
kid.
so jazzed. I'm so jazzed up, y'all.
You
That's
really
awesome.
are.
So we drive home. We get on the road. Oh, I went to because my bank, they have branches. I did all the research. They have branches in Dallas. So once I knew that the deal was good, I went into Regions. I was like, can I get? I didn't mean to say the bank. I don't know.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's
I went to the bank, and I was like, can I get a cashier's check? And the guys were like, yeah. And I was like, cool, because I'm purchasing that sweet-ass van out.
That's mine.
I actually said that to the cashier at the bank. I like couldn't help it. I'm
like?
sorry.
Michael Adler was there.
I'm sorry. Well, no, I left them in the van, so they're talking about Dennis Jernigan in the van.
They're about Dennis Jernigan
It was
now.
just me, and I don't know why, but I said that. I apologized to the bank people.
Right.
They laughed though; they thought it was funny. So, got the cashier's
They thought
check.
that's too big for you.
And guys, I
It's a lot of van.
Too much van.
I'm scared it is.
I did the Dave Ramsey thing. I paid cash, and it's I've been waiting for the right time and the
I
right
know.
van to do the right financial thing for
Yes.
my family, and this I found it. I'm so pumped.
What are you
up.
doing about your other car? The old
Yeah,
white
what's the
one?
one you drove to work before?
My old 4Runner is 20 years old, and I'm going to sell it for $1,000. Like
And this will be your everyday vehicle.
Yes, but
when
I
you got to
love
zip around
driving
town, this is what you're
I
zipping
love-
around town.
Yes,
And
I zip around
love
town.
it because
I
it's
do.
sweet.
It is awesome. It is so cool. Yo, I took 8 members of my family to ice cream.
That's what I was
last
going to
night.
say. You can go out to eat. You can carry everybody.
You know, really, honest
go to a ball game.
Yes.
I remember my van years. You do find yourself looking for crowds that make your purchase. Yeah, I'm glad I got that van now.
Yeah.
See, we wouldn't be able to do this without this van.
You can pick them guys up. You go to the Auburn games too. You
Look,
can pick
look,
them
look
up.
at
Yes.
look at his beautiful.
We could do a
family.
team building ride around town.
we
Yes, y'all want to go? So where we going?
Look at Ezra.
Where we going?
I
Let's
bet
do it.
You're that guy now. Says I'll drive.
Yeah,
You're
I
that
got it.
person.
Yo, I think I peaked. I had my
We got to go see a Braves game.
daughter.
there it is.
Yes, we only got to park one car.
That's wonderful.
We can all chill out together. Team building.
That's right.
Family building too. That was the big sell for when I was trying to convince my wife for me to do this. So.
Was there ever a moment when you got home and it was all over, and you were like, "Oh my gosh, what have I done?"
You check that account.
That
real
was
quick.
what- it
Because
was
that
the
cash is gone.
The dread was before.
Please look.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
That is hilarious.
Great picture.
The dread was before, and
Okay.
and now it's been like this has been awesome.
Your dad is a great encourager. Was he? But he also, will critique a job and things like that. Was he encouraging Dad on the way home? This was a good move, son.
He was so pumped up. Like, I cannot tell you. I drove the entire way back because I had to prove a point that hey, when it was just me, I could have done this. So I actually didn't let him drive at all. We pulled back into my house at 7:45 p.m.
Hello.
On
Wow.
The same day.
Now you know how I felt
Hey,
during the
van guy.
season
Yeah.
driving to Tampa
you
and
and Helmsy.
Houston.
Yeah.
And add about 4 foot to that van, and that's what you've got.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fun to drive, though.
I've got a contact for you. The guy says since Adler's going to be building it out and customizing it, over the next
Cardboard first.
several years, he said, I'm an expert on the DC electrical issues. So give him my contact.
Okay. Good.
okay.
Okay.
Is it Bones?
No.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good that it's not bones.
That's a joke. That's a joke. But guys, I'm so jazzed up about it.
great.
I think
He's a van man.
my life peaked last night. My grandma is sitting next to my daughter, and I've got a van full of Adlers, and we're headed to go get ice cream.
And we're getting ice
and we're in
cream.
a sweet van.
And we're getting ice cream.
and I'm just so jazzed, guys.
Did
I'm
y'all
a
all
van guy
sing?
now.
Did y'all sing together?
You
in it?
bet your booty we sang, and then we ate ice cream together as a family.
Bubba, Rick and Bubba.